2 p.m. In a really cool, old, fancy, famous studio. So that'll be cool in the LA area. I can't tell you much about this. I can just say I have an NDA, which is non-disclosure. Drinking coffee. It's hot, but I'm sitting on the patio. I'm not going to work too late because tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and clean the backyard up and get ready for the people to come and cut the tree. That I got a discrepancy. I got a disciplinary action from the homeowners association saying that the tree is too big. A lot of times they want to cut down trees and they complain it's hot. Okay, but I have to have it trimmed back. It is a little bit overgrown, and I got a dog in the back, so I got to move the dog in the front, clean up after her today, and then in the morning or whatever day they come, clean up again and put her back on the other patio. Yeah, so that'll be done. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Someone's asked me could I go live about the shooting yesterday in Minnesota, and I said I would, but I don't have a set time to do such because when I get home, I gotta secure my wardrobe, make sure everything's squared away. I think it is. I think one hat out of the car, make sure I have it all together. I'll probably bring 2 hats, those little flat hats. They call them coachman hats. Looks like you drive a taxi and wear one of those hats in New York. You know, where to, mister? But yeah, so when I finish the filming, maybe I can let you know. Depends on what the NDA says, which is a non-disclosure agreement. But if anybody has any questions about that, you can also put it in the comment section here. I've had 2 different videos now about the shooting. You can put some information on there, and we can discuss that. But if you do have any questions, a lot of misinformation out there. The first video I did was that he didn't need an automatic weapon, an assault weapon to do the crime, the murders, the mass shooting. Didn't need that at all. Could have done it without it. But people were saying, oh no, it had to have that, had to have that, had to have that. Well, that's just not true. And then someone else was saying today, if you pull the trigger, 100 rounds come out at once. No, that's not true either. Now they are saying there's an uptick in trans shootings, male to females, or was the other one female to male? I can't remember though. I think she was female to male, or they, whatever you call it. I don't know. But do you have any questions about that? Do you have any comments about the shooting, the all the different stuff going on? A lot of misconceptions about weapons. You can be careful what you say on Facebook, on YouTube, because you might get booted for saying gun versus pew pew and all that kind of stupid idiot stuff that make you do. So it's hot on here. Woo. But yeah, do you have any questions about that? I was hearing somebody making a misstatement. One person was with this, I guess Tim Walz's cabinet or whatever, and he was saying something was wrong. But terribly tragic. The shooting was terribly tragic. No matter who did it, if it was a student at the school. I don't know if that was an elementary school only. Maybe they had a high school as well, or junior high. It seems to be it happens with the junior high and high school students. But yeah, it was very, very tragic. What a way to start school, because they said school had just started. I don't know, will those kids go to that same school if they survive? Will they transfer to another school? Will they cancel classes for a while? A lot of stuff will probably be developing as we go along. Let's think about rain here. They say we might get a monsoonal rain from the heat. It's hot in the air and hot on the ground. And as soon as that will happen, we'll get some rain. It's really muggy out here. And I'm drinking hot coffee in the mugginess. I always had a hankering for a cinnamon roll from Panera. Luckily, I got here too late, and they had no cinnamon rolls, so I only had a coffee with a little bit of half and half. Do you like cinnamon rolls? Do you like Panera? Have you ever had a Panera cinnamon roll? They're pretty good. It's not one of those really super big, thick one with the cream cheese topping on about that thing. It's not like that. It's round, about that big. And it has like a strudel type frosting. But I did not get it. Tomorrow will be tough always, because a lot of people have their cheat day on Friday or Saturday. I don't have a cheat day, but I'll be on set, and it's hard to go over there and get a LaCroix drink and a handful of roasted almonds and that kind of stuff. Maybe one of those roast beef roll-ups. They take a piece of cheddar cheese and then they put it in a bag or something. That's what they did during COVID. Now they think you just would take it with some tongs. Even things people say, well, you can have carrots. Well, carrots are very high in carbs. I think I can have celery. If they have watermelon, I can have a little bit of watermelon, but I'm very limited to what I can have on there. I mean, I can eat whatever I want. It's out there for me. If they want me to not eat it, they would tell me, but I got to make sure I just drink coffee and have a little snack. I don't know what we'll do for meal, because the 2 o'clock call time, they say we'll probably go to about 10 at night. So we'll get dinner, which might be their third meal. They might have had breakfast already. I don't know what time everybody got there, but it might be breakfast was already served and eaten, and lunch, and then now dinner, and then maybe even a late night meal. So that's a way to get really big, really fast. So they'll have 4 meals a day. So you got to remember, you're the boss of you. So just because there's every kind of candy imaginable out there, every kind of chips and all that kind of stuff, you got to decide how much of it you can eat, if you can eat any of it at all. Are you an actor, actress, singer, musician? What do you do? Are you in the entertainment industry? If you have any questions on how I booked this or how I got that, please let me know. We do have 2 people that looks like they're on. Hello to you too. I don't know who you are, because it just says there's 2 of you there. So welcome. We're just doing a little live talking about the shooting yesterday and acting and that kind of stuff. Now we only have one person. I guess I spooked her when I said I could see there's 2 people on there. I didn't see your name, whoever you were, or where you were YouTubing from. Now that we have 2 again, but we don't really get much response to these. Someone's asked me, can I organize a walk where we all walk together here in Monrovia or Arcadia, surrounding areas, maybe Pasadena. A lot of people walk around the Rose Bowl. I think once around is 5 miles. If you go from the trail I usually walk, I have to walk that way and then back. It's 2 miles, I think. I think it's 2 miles. It could be more. But yeah, we got 3 people. But last time they asked me to organize a walk, I had about 11 people said they wanted to do it. They said, why don't we meet Tuesday evening at school about 5 o'clock? So sure. I was out to do my challenge anyhow. And I went out there, and the amount that showed up, 1. That was me. But that's fine. I need to walk anyhow. So I never let anybody have much effect on my exercise, my diet, my hydration, whatever it is, because I'm the boss of me. And if I say I need to go walk, I'm going to go walk. It's sometimes hard to walk. Yeah, sometimes you get a little tired. You would rather maybe sleep than get up. When it's really hot like it is now, I have to walk in the morning or the evenings, and maybe it's the middle of the afternoon, and I don't necessarily want to walk. And maybe that's the time I think, I should go walk until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's hot. So then I say, okay, no, I can't walk at 3 in the afternoon. I'll have to walk at 6, 3 hours later. Then you go home, you take a nap, and then you're like, I don't want to get up. But you have to, or I have to. So anyway, if you want to do an organized walk, also, you can let me know about that. It's not really organized. We're not charging a fee or bringing you imported sparkling water from Italy to drink on the walk. It's just walking and talking, and maybe we'll see a woodpecker. A lot of times you see a woodpecker. We'll see birds out there. We'll see doggies and kitties and all kinds of stuff. And that's always fun. We can say hello to them. And we might see some nuns walking. Because the Santa Teresita nun house, not nut house, nun house, where they retired, there used to be a hospital right there. These are nuns that are, I can't really call them, they have a title. They're I'm not Catholic, but they are ones that work in nursing and helping to heal. So I guess they have different kinds. Some are in education, some are feeding the poor. They all have their set nun duties, and then they also have I guess something they specialized in. And I do see them out there quite a bit. There was a group of about 5 or 6 of them that walked up there, and I hid something there for treasure hunt, and they looked for it. But even though maybe we want to do something nice for a group of nuns that volunteer their time as a retired nun, and it was their job as a nun to care for those in need, the ill, the sick. You want them to win, but a group of Girl Scouts found it, and that was fine too. but we haven't done a treasure hunt lately. A lot of stuff like that, treasure hunts. We do contests. We give away stuffed animals, that kind of stuff. People aren't very interested in that. They want to know more about are the kitties cute? Did I see a dog? What am I doing on set? A lot of people have asked me about that, about acting, how to get involved. I'm not doing casting right now, but I may start. And also, if you have a classic car and you might want to sell your classic car, let me know. I made a video about it. Right now, all you do is you can just go to my regular Gmail, which is David Loves, I like the diapers, LUVS, the number 2, act, ACT, at gmail.com. So it's David Loves to Act, but the loves is spelled LUVS, and the 2 is spelled with a number 2. So it's David Loves to Act at gmail.com. If you watch that video about do you have a classic car that you want to sell or something like that, I can't remember what I titled it. I may not have titled it. You can see that there. But anyway, yeah, I got my apps all turned on because I'm not going to be able to work for the side hustle tomorrow because I'll be hustling on the regular job. So weather out here, very socked in with clouds. I don't know if it's supposed to rain, but it definitely feels like it's going to rain. Those were 2 orders for DoorDash. One was for PetSmart, which I don't mind taking PetSmart stuff, that's fine. And one was for somewhere else, but what they're paying is too low. There's 2 different things you have to kind of count on or look at when you get orders. Make sure it's not a double or a triple. So you'll say, oh wow, $20, but then it's 3 orders, and that's way too low. And for me, with DoorDash and Uber, $7 is the minimum I'll ever go, and $8 for Grubhub, because Grubhub rarely adds money. None of them really add money after the delivery really anymore. It happens occasionally. I did have it happen to me the other day, and I did get a cash tip from Uber as well. But if they want you to go like 35 miles or 32 miles round trip, or 32 miles one way for $6 or $7, is impossible to do. Because my goal is to make at least 20 an hour when I'm out here. I used to make 23 an hour every hour. Now there's many times when I'll work the whole day and I'll average 11. So not good. But anyway, hopefully everybody's doing great. No one's typed any messages, so I'll assume nobody has any questions or concerns, anything like that. So I'll probably log off here. I've been on now for almost 13 minutes. So unless somebody has something they want to ask or say, I'll probably log off in a couple of minutes. Get ready for tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, I'm at Panera. I was looking at the sandwich. The sandwich looks pretty good, huh? A lot of bread as well. But it's stacked like that, looks like a ton of bread. That's the problem with being a diabetic. Everything's got bread. So we'll say, why don't they have a diabetic version of this, for diabetes, like sugar-free or something like that? Well, we're a smaller part of the total. More people eat products with sugar versus us eating the product without. So that's why a lot of people know it's not cost efficient. It's not a good way to run their business by putting out a bunch of different products like that. So anyway, if there are any questions, you can still put them in here, I think, and I can access them tomorrow. So I think I'll go ahead and log off now. Have a great weekend. If I don't hear from you tomorrow, take care.